show. I don't remember the rest of it. It's a show about things. You should listen. Cause it's about to come on right about now. No, that's awful. And welcome to an episode of Video Home Show. Live and in colour.
Live!
I'm Kieran.
From Studio 60 on the Sunset
God
Strip.
damn it, you!
I'm not Kieran, I'm the other one.
Stop
I'm
saying
Hugh. No, it works, we can't get rid of it.
Oh, okay, does it?
No.
Okay. We're live again in Ireland because Hugh is back for the weekend.
I had a wedding to go to.
Excellent. And we're going to be discussing the fantastic 1995 movie, The Babysitter's Club. But
Yes.
first, Hugh, what did you do this week?
Well, I came to Dublin.
That's fair.
I had a wedding to go to.
Yeah.
That was pleasant. I did some other things. What did I do?
There was like 5 other days in this week.
There was. I bought Spore
You bought Spore.
for £4.
Oh,
Including the expansion.
Spore's so good though.
Yeah,
Kind
but
of.
it has its problems.
It has plenty of its problems.
It has a lot of problems.
I bought Spore on the first day it came out for like 80 quid special edition.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you buying it.
Yeah.
And then not playing it for a while. Properly. And then you got back into it again. I remember you getting back into it.
It comes in waves, yeah.
And
I like
then I was
Spore.
like, oh, I never bought this game because I was really into The Sims. So it was something I would have bought because I was like, people who made The Sims.
Yeah.
And what's his face is actually involved?
Well, right.
Well, right.
Yeah.
I think his name is Matt for some reason. I'm like, Matt Wright. That's just not his name.
Matt Wright.
It's not even sort of his name.
But like, yeah, that game was kind of brilliant, except they didn't know what they were doing. And EA told them to, like, that game was in development for like 5 gajillion years. And EA told them to like hop on and actually make it.
Yeah, that was in the time when Maxis cancelled a lot of games.
Yeah.
Well, like they didn't cancel it, but EA was a publisher and was paying for them, so
Yeah,
they cancelled them. Like Simville and stuff, and like all the other things that were just never like there were trailers included in other Maxis games for these things that just never
Never
came out.
happened, yeah. If Spore 2 happened...
Happens if it happens
It's
when
not
it
happening.
happens
It's not happening.
in the future.
It's not
Give
happening.
it 10 years.
Spore 2 is not happening. If Spore 2 happened, that game would have been perfect, because
They knew what they were. Yeah.
Maxis do that a lot, where the first game has like a lot of problems, but it's still miraculously popular.
Like original SimCity and then SimCity 2000 was
Yeah.
was excellent.
It was amazing. But it just, Spore wasn't popular enough to warrant a sequel.
Yeah.
Except there was that Spore Fighters game, which I think also got cancelled.
Yes. That's when they brought out the like creature creator and stuff for that.
Yeah.
Was that yeah.
I think that got cancelled, because I never heard of that again. I saw like one development.
No,
log
you
of
could
it.
buy that.
You could buy that?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
Jesus.
was like one of those stupid €10 things they had,
Okay.
and you could buy as well. I don't know who would buy it, but anyway.
What else did you do with the rest of your week?
I watched all of Orange Is the New Black. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't like that show.
Yeah, well, you won't like the second season. It's exactly the same as the
I'm
first
sure
season.
it is.
The quality, there's no quality like drop or bump. It's the same. It's the same show again.
Well, that's kind of what I didn't like about it. It just doesn't seem to really go anywhere.
Yeah, that's
And like every time there seems to be major plot development, it's like, and then we're going to put in a joke, and then the jokes happen, and then they're really good. But then before they get really good, they put in a dramatic bit, and the cycle just continues.
I like the dramatic bits that actually turn out to be jokes, and they were never gonna go any. They were never gonna be dramatic.
And then you're just like, why? Why did this happen?
I'm just gonna point out they're in prison. There is nowhere for them to go.
I mean, like, emotionally. Ellen's here, by the way.
Hey.
Stop butting in.
Damn it, Ellen! We're using Alan's house. She's allowed butt in, I guess. She also watched the beginning and the end of the Babysitter's Club, so she has lots to add, I'm sure.
By far the most useful bits.
Yes. The middle goes insane.
It does. What else did I do? Oh, I like last night I watched the first episode of Heroes again.
Don't get sucked in.
I will. I will get sucked in. I need to do something.
There's something to watch. Watch, you know.
Yeah. Also, E3 happened.
Oh god, yeah.
There was that.
We can talk about E3 a bit. What did you catch in E3 that was particularly interesting?
Grim Fandango is coming to the PlayStation 4. Screw new games. I just want Grim Fandango again.
On PlayStation 4, even though I could probably have it.
No,
on
it'll come out. It'll just come out on PC as well.
Yeah.
Because there was the thing of it. We're bringing it to PS4. They never mentioned it was exclusive or anything.
No.
And like Tim Schafer tweeted pretty much straight away, other platforms and consoles to be announced.
Fair enough.
What I want is them to keep the awful controls, not change the aspect ratio, and just re-release the game on Steam so I can have it not a pirated copy.
Do you know what would be great, actually, for all kind of classic LucasArts point-and-click adventures?
What?
The Wii U.
Really?
If you had your inventory down on that controller the entire time.
Oh,
while
that
you're
would be
playing,
really handy.
That just seems like it's perfectly built for those kind of point-and-click adventures.
Because that was the worst thing about, like, especially, like, Full Throttle and stuff. Like, I didn't find it as big a problem in Monkey Island, because everything was kind of, like, stupid pirate-themed.
Yeah.
Like, in some of the other ones, I did just get lost and confused. Didn't help.
I like Splatoon.
I haven't played.
No, but like, at E3, it's not out yet.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this?
No. Tell me about it.
Okay.
I just saw Grim Fandango and was just like, that's it, can stop paying attention.
Sold, giving PS4 all my
No,
money.
there's also other things, like No Man's Sky looks awesome.
Oh, that does look brilliant.
I
I really
and there's
like
like
that.
there was other good stuff, I guess. I mean, there was no Grim Fandango.
No Man's Sky looks really good, even though I'm not entirely sure what the game is.
So you like explore space and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's procedurally generated, and it's
that's
gonna
that's just the word of the year, isn't it?
procedurally generated.
Yeah. Everything's procedurally generated.
It's because they realize people like that.
Yeah.
And they don't want a game that a level designer worked out and has no replayability.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas this because it's very hard to design a level that's fun to play a lot of times.
Mm.
Whereas this is going to be like persistent. It's going to be so it's procedurally generated. So like the people making the game have worked out the way the world is going to be generated, but it's persistent across people playing. So it's going to be run on their servers, and you explore the one space. One
Okay.
space exists.
Okay.
It's not like procedurally generated within your game.
Oh.
I think is the main idea. I'm not sure if that will definitely happen or not.
Okay. But the trailer was also really good. I think it was well advertised
Yes,
and it looked
it
beautiful.
was.
I also like the look of, although it looks a bit like cheap and it might actually be kind of shit, Sunset Overdrive.
That looked good.
Because it's Insomniac and it's a third person shooter, it kind of just looks like this is what Ratchet and Clank would be like if we were still making that.
They did make Ratchet and Clank. No, they did.
They did, yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Naughty Dog, probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that other thing. What's the other thing?
Oh, Jack and Daxter?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
They were so similar looking to me at that time because that was when I was like,
great games.
but I was just sick of those kind of like those games at that
3D
time.
platformers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually 3D platformers. Trying to be more than 3D platformers, which they weren't.
So was everyone. That's why they all had guns in them now.
Yes. Yes.
3D platformers died a harsh death after N64 and PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
The other thing,
Especially the Spyro reboot.
oh god, with Elijah
Where
Wood.
he became muscular for some reason. But he didn't get any bigger. He was the same
That
size.
was so weird. The whole point of him was that he was little and cute.
Yeah.
And he rescued the big dragons.
And now he's in Skylanders where he looks like a pug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
That's Skylanders.
He's like the Lindsay Lohan of video game characters.
Oh no.
Totally is.
He went through his family friendly things and then he just like went off
He
the
fucking
wall.
lost
He's
it.
just like, oh look, some steroids, yeah. I'm a dragon.
That's how one takes steroids, right? No, Splatoon is for the Wii U.
Okay.
Nintendo made it. It's a new intellectual property from Nintendo. So
That's ballsy.
prepare to crap your pants over that.
Nah.
But so basically, what it is, it's a 4v4 online third-person shooter,
Okay.
and the mic will pick that up. And
That's fine.
4v4 online shooter with and you all have like paint guns.
Mhm.
Two teams all have paint guns.
Mhm.
With so there'd be like the purple team and the orange team. That's what they were showing. The
Yeah.
whole point is to cover the entirety of the map with paint.
Oh, okay.
But you're also able to turn into a squid that can travel through the paint as long as it's your color paint. so you can quickly climb up walls and jump all over the crazy place.
That does sound fun.
And if you kill someone by like covering them in paint, they'll explode in your color
Oh, and create more paint. Yeah.
and create more paint. So there's the strategy of like painting the whole map and trying to keep the paint everywhere, or just kill everyone all the time. And
Oh, so there's gonna be actual like games for the Wii U now.
yeah, it looks a lot of fun. Wii U sales have actually like they're now second place. They beat Xbox One because of Mario Kart 8.
No, but that's based on like Nintendo don't release sales figures of hardware. So this is based on
This
like,
is based on
very very loose estimates.
Also, the Xbox One hasn't been selling well because it's horrendously expensive.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
why
yeah,
they
yeah.
brought a new one out.
Which
with
only came
the-
out this week.
yeah.
Yeah, without the Kinect.
The Xbox One has its own problems, but like no one suspects.
There's also-
That-
there's also
that
no
new
game for
ad,
it.
That new ad has been turning on people's Xboxes.
Yeah, where Aaron Paul says, "Okay, Xbox" or
I
whatever.
know it's
the,
Xbox on.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it
It's
that,
turning
yeah.
them on.
And it turns people's Xboxes on.
That has got to be my favourite
Yeah.
glitch of the last year.
Oh my god.
I think someone was complaining as well that the way they have their Xbox set up means that their Xbox turns on and their TV turns off when that happens. So you see this ad come on, your TV turns off, your Xbox is on. You're like, I don't even know what happened. Or you just, if you left the room and came back, you're like, no, I have no explanation for this.
That seems hilarious. I did not hear about that.
Yeah, that was
But
my
it's
list of stuff to say.
it's based on Nintendo don't release their figures, but
Microsoft.
Amazon and GameStop did.
Okay, yeah, but yeah.
They've definitely figured out that it's definitely beat at Xbox One in the UK.
It's been on sale for like a year and a half longer.
Yeah, so
That's not good.
it's not good, but it's like people expected it to fail like hardcore.
Yeah, no, like they did, they like
And I also don't seem to understand why Mario Kart 8 is doing this. Like, it looks
More-
good, but
they sold more. Basically, if you bought a Wii U when it came out, all you had for it was your Wii games.
yeah,
Anything you had had bought like Nintendo software, you buy like old games and stuff on your Wii.
yeah.
You had that stuff. There was no new good Nintendo stuff for your Wii U. So if you liked Mario Kart and you had a Wii, you'd be like, why would I buy a Wii U now? I have nothing to play on it.
Yeah.
This would be a stupid empty box. It does
Yeah,
nothing.
Okay, I guess.
With a different controller
I see your point.
for absolutely with no benefit. Yeah, Mario Kart 8. They sold more Mario Kart 8s than there were registered Wii U's.
Right.
So that's
Yeah.
more like people don't care about Nintendo hardware if there's nothing on it. People care about the Nintendo IPs.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like
But
the Zelda Scrolls, which is going nice.
Have you seen the new Zelda game? Actually,
Yeah,
they showed at E3?
that's
That
what I
looks
mean
really
because it's just like they haven't named it. So
I
people
also-
go with the Zelda Scrolls.
I also like what Nintendo have started doing with E3, which is just not showing.
Not showing up. Yeah.
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 They're doing it. I think it's so much smarter because they're getting more accurately reported on.
Mm-hmm.
Because reporters have to go to these conferences, sit through them, and remember them.
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo's just putting up YouTube videos, and they're just
Yeah.
like, "What did they say?"
I can just scroll back. Yeah. Just I hear so many reporters complain about having to go to everything,
Yeah.
and they're just like the amount of those terrible press conferences.
And all the press conferences were ridiculously boring.
Mm.
Like there was none that interested me. Like I literally, with E3,
Well, except for the
since-
moment in the Sony one where they mentioned that Grim Fandango was being.
But since
Obviously exciting, Kieran. Everyone cheered.
stop everything. Since last year,
Stop everything. A game from 2001 is coming out again. We're probably not going to change it.
Want a HD re-release?
Yeah.
Too bad. Same graphics. But since last year, I've just stopped watching the conferences.
I never watched the conferences because I
It's
never
just
found it
trailers.
interesting. Like, to the point where I'd actually...
They used to be a bit more succinct and to the point.
E3. Explosions. Murder.
But since you asked me so nicely, what did I do this week?
We were talking about E3. Video games are more important than your life. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I have nothing else to say about E3. Other than,
That's fine. Yeah, we can move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on, please.
except there was Mega Man's Final Smash came out from.
Oh,
Smash
really?
Bros.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
It looks really nice. Maybe because it's just like Mega Man shoots a giant beam, but then also every other version of Mega Man comes into it. So
Oh,
it's like
that's clever.
and it's like, oh my god, nostalgia jizz. But
Does the non-Mega Man come in? The one, what are they calling it? Like the
oh, like
what does the Kickstarter for?
009.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would be if I was Nintendo.
Totally not Mega Man.
If I was Nintendo, that's what I would have done. Just been like, it's not Mega Man, but
yeah, but it is a bit.
you can sue us. We will definitely sue you back. you do what you want.
Do you want to go?
Yeah, do you want to go?
In big red text.
Yeah. Copyright infringement the video game.
Even though it's all Capcom.
Yeah, but
Let's see. What did I do this week? Other than that, like, I haven't really been doing much this week. I played a lot of Pokemon Leaf Green.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
You want Fire Red, man. That's where the action is.
My missus got Fire Red.
Oh, okay.
I got Leaf Green.
Did you're playing this on actual
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We have them on actual Game Boy Advance. We've been trading. We set it up so that we both have all 3 starters.
That's nice.
Yeah. Except
That's cheaty. Like
it's
when I did
fun.
that, I just did that with an emulator.
That's fair.
Just emulated myself some starter Pokemon.
No, the problem
You're
was,
cheating.
The problem was traded Pokemon, outsider Pokemon,
Mm.
gain 1.5 experience
Yeah.
compared to regular Pokemon.
Yeah.
But then stop listening to you at a certain level.
Yeah.
So it's all race to the next gym so you can get the level up, and so half your Pokemon keep listening to you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah. That was always the problem with trading.
Other than that, I have not really done much this week. I'm sad to say.
Oh, okay.
I found racists on the internet. I have one of those little like
You know,
eye-opening moments where
Yeah.
I realize there's racists on the internet.
you know where there isn't racists? In the world of the Babysitters Club.
Yeah, right.
Listen, people everywhere. Oh, na na na, hey. Get together if you care. Hey, na na na, oh. We got something good. Oh, na na na, hey. And we call it sisterhood. Hey, na na na, oh. You can tell me everything, anything you're wondering. We're in tight, so get it right, girl. Girlfriend. I don't care what people say. Oh, na na na, hey. What's the difference anyway? Hey, na na na, oh. When your back's against the wall. Oh, na na na, hey. I'll be there to catch your fall. Hey, na na na, oh. If I put my trust in you, I know that you'll pull me through thick and thin. Oh, till the end, girl. Girlfriend. My best friend is my friend, it's no wonder. She's even better than ice cream in summer. And when we're together, all we ever do is smile. And when we're apart, I'm always sad for a while. She's always there for me, I never have to worry. And when I'm sad, she makes me better in a hurry. We sing our favorite songs, together we have fun. We have more flavor than a pack of bubble gum. But I'm there for her too, and I never act fake. Listen to her thoughts, and I try to relate.
And
I
welcome
never
back.
pick a
Well, we're going to
trust
talk
her
about
to
Babysitters Club now, I suppose.
Babysitters Club or the Babysitters?
It's the Babysitters Club. Did you
It's
know?
the only one.
Did you know? Babysitters are 2 words.
I did not.
It's not hyphenated. It's not one word.
I'm pretty sure in the movie when they write down the Babysitters Club, they write babysitter as one word.
But then it wouldn't be BSC, which
Sorry.
they use an awful lot in this movie.
Well, I mean, girls and their acronyms. Or whatever.
Acronyms, initialisms.
Yeah, initialisms rather. They're not acronyms because
Yep.
BSC isn't really a word.
Bisk.
Noise.
Bzz.
Bisk.
It's
Bisk.
onomatopoeia. That's what the Babysitters Club sound like.
All right, so let's talk about the facts of this film, I suppose.
Lay some facts on me.
All right, The Babysitter's Club film, quote marks, because this was based off a series of books.
Babysitter's Club, BSC.
BSC, is a family comedy film from 1995, directed by Melanie Mayron, who has a great last name. Oh my goodness.
You know what my problem with family movies is? That some family members might not enjoy this. Saying it's for the whole family. It's for the kids. It's a kids movie.
It's more the whole family could.
It's not like Pixar movies where, there's probably something
There's
for
something-
everyone.
something-
Oh, absolutely not.
This was I think this is a kids movie.
Before Pixar came onto the scene, family movies meant your parents could watch it and not want to kill themselves. Like,
Yeah.
she's the Dawson's Creek of several. She's the director.
She's the Dawson's Creek
Of several directors. She's the director of several Dawson's Creeks.
Dawson's Creek was like a good show. She's the Dawson's Creek of directors. She's quite good.
Oh my god.
She's very Katie Holmes-esque.
She's also an actress. She's been on the show 30 something.
I've never heard of that show.
It is apparently an ABC drama.
A current ABC drama.
No. No, it is not.
This anecdote has gone dry.
I-
Let's move on from her. I don't care anymore.
So the film is shot in Stony Brook, apparently. Connecticut, or it's set in Stony Brook, Connecticut.
Not Estonia Brook, as you thought
No,
it was.
it was Estonia Berg.
Sorry, Estonia Brook.
Because that's honestly what I heard every time they said it.
Yeah, they didn't speak very clearly.
No, they did not. It was almost as if the actors and actresses in this film were not up to scratch.
Or as if they were children.
Probably because the majority of them were children. Box office was just over 9.5 million.
That's not a lot.
That is not a lot.
I have a question, Kieran.
Yeah.
When you suggested this movie, you suggested it to me in a "have you not heard of this movie" way. Judging that it only made 9 million at the box office.
But how much would that be equivalent to today?
No, that's still not good for it.
13 million.
Yeah, that is still not good. But like, even with inflation or whatever,
Yeah, that's not good at
or
all.
the fact that movies just end up costing more and more and more.
So when I was like, "Oh, but Kieran, I don't think I've heard of the Babysitter's Club," you were like, "How have you not? This is a really popular
I
film.
disagree.
Everyone's heard of this."
I disagree. All right, on the reception section of the Wikipedia page, the movie had mostly positive reviews with 4 citations. Citation 2, 3, 4, and 5. Because apparently only one thing was cited previous to this. Babysitter's Club was one of 2 nationwide theatrical releases on the weekend of August 18th, 1995. It suffered a disappointing debut, opening in 9th place with 3 million, which placed it in a distant second behind the other opener, Mortal Kombat.
And we know how successful that was.
We should watch that. Total domestic gross was 9.6 million.
That's yeah.
I don't think it got a theatrical release outside of
It's-
it. Because, like, I remember this as
How did you see this movie?
I remember this as a VHS thing.
Okay.
Also, my friend Josie has based her entire life on this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
This
see
is-
that.
this is a very Josie
Yeah.
film.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone listening will get that.
No wonder she's always like singing world music, being passive aggressive.
Wearing dungarees.
Yeah. Oh,
Moving on.
dear God.
So I suppose I think that's all there is with the
There
facts.
aren't a lot of facts about this movie.
Well,
because
hang on.
No one is. This is a string of 2 things you've picked, which were not actually popular, but you maintained were very popular.
USA High is huge. There are
was a
70
basic.
something episodes of that.
It was a basic. Yeah, within 2 seasons. One season was like 50 episodes. It was a basic cable, Saved by the Bell clone, which was not successful.
But is it a Saved by the Bell clone when it's made by the same guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Same with like California Dreams and Malibu CA.
Yeah.
They're just. It was that they asked him to make the same show again. For like the next generation of kids.
I'm gonna keep doing this to you every time it's my turn to pick stuff.
No, it's if you had told me that it was like it wasn't popular, that would be fine. But you maintained.
I misled you.
Have you not heard of the Babysitter's Club? And I was like, oh no, I'm happy to watch it if it's something I missed out on.
I just purposely misled you. I'm sorry.
Same with USA High. You were like, how do you not know about this? It was really popular. No, it was not, and no one I've talked to has ever heard of it.
Oh, it's such lies. I'll find someone else who's seen USA High. I will.
Grand. I'm sure you will.
It was on all the fucking time. I don't know how anyone missed this. Maybe because I kept watching like Nickelodeon
During the day.
during the day. I'm possibly past the age I was really meant to be watching Nickelodeon.
When they'd run out of other stuff to show.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, quick plot synopsis.
Oh yeah.
So there's how many girls are there? There's 7.
Well, first of all, I should say, other fact, this was the beginning of the very successful career of, what's her name? Rachel Lee Cook, who was in She's All That.
Yeah, she was. She's the girl from She's All That.
She's the girl from She's All That. It's a quality movie. Is that on our list? I
She's All
think
That. It is on our list.
Is it? Excellent.
Yeah,
We're going to be
yeah,
watching that one
yeah.
day.
It's
Fantastic.
on the list.
But
She's a classy lady.
classy lady. But yeah, quick, brief plot synopsis. There is a club made up of babysitters, which basically acts as a
It's a babysitter union, effectively.
it's a union, yeah. So basically, you call this one number, and you get the availability of 7 babysitters. I think they need to explain.
I just want to point out that they use one of those fake movie numbers that starts 555. So the Babysitters Club is some sort of scam.
I would love if it was a real movie and we just call it now, and we just get one of the
It was
actresses.
a real phone number. If they set it up as promotion for the movie, you could ring the number and just like
it's still
there's
the
like a recording or something.
one of those. It's still one of those phone tree things.
Yeah. Or they could do what?
Did you enjoy the Babysitters Club? Press 1 for yes, and press 10 for no. It's like
They could do what They Might Be Giants did and have the like call for a song thing, the call for a movie quote. You could do that. I'm pretty sure that service used to exist. There was like a movie quote line you could ring. These are random lines.
Call for a movie quote at the Babysitters Club. I'm gonna write my I'm gonna write my novel. You owe us,
Bitch.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, so that's basically the plot. There's a lot of things that when we started watching the movie seemed like plot points, but it actually turned out they were not plot points because they resolved with no conflict.
I feel like what happened was they were like, this movie's gonna be a hit. We're gonna have a sequel, and listen what's gonna happen in the sequel. And they started thinking too far ahead,
Yeah.
and then they started doubting themselves and put everything into the one movie.
This is the RoboCop 2 of Babysitters Club movies.
The RoboCop 2 of Babysitters Club movies, which there is only one. So this movie is just RoboCop
Yeah, but I mean, like
2.
it's not like RoboCop where they like dealt with a nice like sectioned off bit of the plot that could have been done.
Yeah.
RoboCop 2, they were just like, let's use every plot point that we could possibly use and just not have any of them culminate in anything.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. We'll get into that, but yeah, it acts as like a union. You call this one number, you get put in touch with 7 babysitters, which is probably a lot considering this is meant to be a very small town. Although it does...
Estonia Berg.
Estonia Berg does have a lot of the amenities.
It does. It also has a evil city council.
Are they evil?
Yeah.
Say amenities.
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 Both are correct.
No.
I just misheard you the first
I did not.
time. It was
I did not
really
say
confusing.
amenities.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Stony Brook, and an awful lot of manatees.
No, amenities.
Ah,
Which I assume-
minties.
Which I assume was the manatee's noise.
Yeah, a manatee.
Manatees.
Manatees are like Pokemon, they just say their name. Manatees.
Manatee. Manatee.
Sorry. We can move on.
That's
I don't want to talk about the plot more because there's too many plot points. You actually just have to watch the movie to ever keep track of any of them.
the main. Okay, there is actually a main one. I will insist.
Okay, fine.
The main one is, so Christy, the founding member and pseudo leader of this union,
Yeah.
is because she wears a hat that says "boss" on it.
She does.
I
I think that's what they were getting.
think that's what that was signifying.
Subtext.
But so she's the leader supposedly. Anyway, her mom and her stepdad. Will it be stepdad? That's a stepdad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get confused with that. So his mom's remarried, and her real dad's just like a no-show and writes to her once every like 2 years or something
He's
like
a
that.
drifter / sports writer.
He's a drifter / sports columnist. I love how this movie's actually quite cutting edge and realized the fall of the journalism industry long before anyone else did.
Yeah, old media, man.
Fucking.
Never feature in old media.
They just knew. Babysitter's Club. It's actually all ironic experiment about media degradation because they released it all on VHS.
Oh god.
But yeah, he shows up, but he also like he doesn't want to tell the mom that he's back until he
Yeah.
has a job and he's on his feet. He's little living out of a truck or whatever, camper van type thing. So he forces Christy to not tell anyone.
But spend loads of time with him, and
And-
that cuts into her Babysitter's Club duties.
It also forces her to lie to her friends and her
Yeah.
parents, which is a good message. I still think it's like
And-
that's wrong.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
very bad at lying to people.
She is.
It's one of the
She just basically didn't tell people things, and it was like very obvious that she
But
was.
very loud, obvious conversations with like the one friend she did tell.
Yeah, the girl from She's All That.
Yeah, which is her official name. I was calling her Crazy Eyes for a while because she has really like striking eyes as a child,
Yeah.
and you were just like the girl with the crazy eyes was in something.
So, the cast of this movie is Christy,
Yeah,
Novel Girl, You Owe Us Girl, Girl from She's All That,
yeah,
Underage Girl,
yeah.
the Californian who's crazy because she cares about health and the environment, and,
What a crazy person!
and then the artist girl who's very bad at science.
In fairness, though, the girl did go to the diner and eat a bowl of seeds.
Yeah, but
That does make her a little bit crazy.
that's crazy, but that's not what actual people who care about health and the environment do. This movie
Exactly.
painting
She's
this image.
crazy.
is like... But the movie wasn't differentiating her from, like, normal people who are healthy
Yeah,
environmentalists.
they were just like, she's weird because she's
it's
into
the
the
90s!
environment.
Fossil fuels are going to last forever!
Shh! Don't let the Koch brothers hear. They'll buy you out.
Was drive around this car
Yeah.
like crazy.
Made of coal.
But yeah, that's the main plot. And then there's like several other things that
By
as-
several, you mean the entire rest of the movie is subplot after subplot after subplot.
Oh my god. Okay, there's several things that are like alluded to at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Mainly when she says the line, "Nothing will ever tear us apart." Everyone's like, something's gonna tear you guys apart.
That's when we thought, oh, one thing is going to come up soon. And we were trying to figure out what it would be.
Yeah.
It turned out there were many things.
There was many things that were alluded to that were like, okay, this is obviously going to culminate in one very large plot that
all intersect somehow.
all intertwine. And,
Yeah.
okay, so the first thing is the Swiss guy,
Yes.
who is
So, underage girl
underage girl,
meets this, like, this
underage diabetic.
underage diabetic girl who has a shopping problem.
Yes.
Meets this very handsome Swiss 17-year-old. It is then mentioned that she's supposed to be 13 in this movie. She doesn't look 13.
She's not
So
13.
you wouldn't have guessed that.
I disagree that she's 13.
Okay.
I'm gonna look this up. You keep explaining this plot point.
So she's 13, and he wants to get it on with her. And
Yeah.
she does not tell. She seems to have told him that she's 16 and not diabetic, because if she tells him she's diabetic, that'll make her seem like a weirdo.
Yeah. Well, her argument for that was that people treat her like she's like weak and
Yeah.
Bray Blair, born 1980, therefore in this movie was 15.
It's not that far off.
Not that far off.
Still under 16.
She looks awfully old for a 15-year-old.
So that's
Still.
So that's one of the subplots.
Yeah. That also seems like that's going to culminate and like result in the tearing apart of friends. Then
Which I just want to say now, does not.
does not.
That has nothing to do with
Everything
it.
we mentioned right now does not actually tear
Yes.
them apart.
There's the evil girls.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
There's the three other girls who hate the Babysitters Club and are mean to them.
Well, actually, no. The leader of them hates them.
Sorry,
The
I
other
mean-
two seem to be in love with the Babysitters Club.
It was like, why can't we be in the Babysitters Club?
Yeah.
Yeah. That also, and like one of her things is she's trying to get with one of the girls' boyfriends.
Yeah.
But she's all that girl's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That also has nothing to do with the actual plot of the movie.
No.
Other subplot takes up some time. It is a lot of weird things about it.
Her name was Cookie, I think.
Kooky, yeah.
Cookie, but her real name was Marguerite.
Yeah.
But like she didn't like that.
Her name was Cookies.
Cookies, yeah, or whatever. God, it was so stupid. And then, like, yeah, whenever she came on, porn music started playing.
Yeah.
Very overt. Okay, we should say, if you guys want to watch this is on Netflix, as opposed to when we usually watch those things, which is some dodgy uploader on YouTube. This is on Netflix, so you can go check all this shit.
Yeah.
Check
the facts.
the facts.
Really weird porn music comes on
So odd.
when she's hitting on that girl's boyfriend.
Yeah.
And
Not even that, just when they're in the same shot.
Yeah, when they're in the same shot, not talking to each other. There's just this weird.
And one of the lines of that song that you only hear once is
"Let's get it on."
no, it's "Give it to me now."
Give it to me now. Oh god. And there's one point where she's just like trying to hit on him in the worst way possible, and she's just like, "Nice muscles,"
grabbing
Stroke.
his, okay, not even grabbing his bicep, grabs his shoulder.
Yeah,
Nice muscle.
nice shoulder muscles. Stop touching me
I was demonstrating for the microphone.
for the microphone.
But the so that's one of the things that does not tear them apart. The other thing that tears them apart is girl who's bad at science.
Yeah, because you're like, and she wants Chrissy, the main character, to help her with
Christy.
her science. Christy, sorry. Oh.
Come on, get
To
together.
help her with her science to summer school exam thing.
Otherwise, if she doesn't pass that,
Her mom will make her quit the Babysitters Club.
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
And you think like, oh, that's gonna be a big plot point.
that's directly set up as
Yeah.
this needs to happen, or there is actually consequences, rather than the Swiss guy who comes along, which could be perfectly innocent. It's just that we kind of like know that it mightn't be.
However, the way they resolve that is all the girls get together and help her through making up a rap
Yeah.
to help her remember stuff.
Yeah.
Which Chrissy helps with, even though
Chrissy.
like the entire I don't care main character girl,
Yeah.
the entire like
Tomboy.
bit of the movie up till then, she's like has no free time, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And then they just are able to do that anyway. She's
In
had
fairness-
time to do that
in
bit,
fairness, that rap does look like it took 5 minutes to write.
but it helps her get a B minus.
The B minus is
It's a B. It's a B minus rap,
B
Kieran.
minus is 70%.
Yeah, I guess
It's pretty decent.
I can get 70%
What's
in
a
a.
first?
I get 70% in a middle school science exam.
So that was one of the other things. The neighbor is the next one.
Yeah, so there's an evil neighbor who hates the summer camp they're running to earn money as the Babysitters Club.
Because she is... Yeah,
She hates lab kids. The kids are like wrecking her garden and shit.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, she's gonna like tear them apart somehow or something. That is also perfectly resolved because the Californian girl who loves nature, etc.,
gives her some herbs.
gives her some herbs to like, and then is like, oh, you're actually pretty cool,
Yeah.
like old lady, and they all get on, and that's that resolved. Also, another subplot that takes up time to not take away from the actual plot.
Let's see, what else was there? The little kid who wants to become a baseball player and wants to hit a home run and never does, and
Yeah.
Christy's going to make time for him
Yeah.
so she can teach him how to hit a home run because she's good at baseball.
So he's a bit annoyed at one point, being like, where is she?
Yeah.
But then that is resolved later because he hits a home run with a basketball somehow.
Yeah, so Novel Girl and You Owe Us Girl don't have character development because they don't get their own subplot. I just realised that now.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets their own plot, they don't. Because they thought, and rightfully so, that 7 subplots running in one movie was going to be batshit insane.
5 or 6 is too many as well.
Yeah.
California Girl is another one. There's like the other male character is like the nerd guy.
yeah, the dweeb,
Is
as he's called.
is hitting on her for the entire movie.
Even though he's the coolest guy ever.
he has an extendable cane.
He
has like a flower that squirts water.
We need to paint that scene because it's literally just he volunteers for no pay to help out with the summer camp, and he does that because he has a crush on the California girl.
Yeah.
So like there's one scene where they're both taking care of kids, like they're managing a group together, which the Californian girl has to run off, and he's like, "Can I trust you with this?" And he's like, "Yes, of course." And he goes, "I'm gonna prove myself now."
We're talking about subplots. So
Yeah. We covered most of the subplots.
so many subplots. Dear God.
Yeah. I don't think there was actually any left, apart from, let's see. Main character's brother nearly commits suicide. Did you forget about that bit?
Oh man.
Okay, that's probably very misleading, but what happened?
That's also a subplot. Yeah, little boy.
Because she's so distracted by her father being there, she forgets to take her younger brother home from the day camp that she runs.
Yeah.
Therefore, he tries to make it home by himself, and it's just this very harrowing shot, super close up on his face, of him trying to walk into traffic. It's like, oh, we were sitting here, and I just go, oh Jesus! It was such a dramatic cut.
I think during that I was like, do it! It'll
You
make the
were.
movie more exciting.
You were.
Do it.
I think that actually was it, but we like to say that all subplots were essentially inconsequential.
They all dissipated by themselves.
Yeah. This actually reminds me a lot of the Bratz movie, which I have seen. So when
Yes.
I was 17 and in that painful state of being too old to do anything I used to do and too young to do anything that was like cool, like drinking.
Well,
And
you could, you couldn't go to like a bar.
yeah, I couldn't go to a bar or gigs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So me and a couple of my friends, including people you know, Colin,
Yes, yeah.
we went to see in the middle of the day the Bratz movie and just started shouting ridiculous things because that's why all 17-year-olds are assholes, because we have nothing to do.
None to do.
So we went to see the Bratz movie. There was a very similar kind of thing where each brat had their own story.
Own subplot. Wasn't the plot of that though that they all stop being friends and then it's about how they become friends again? Or
Yeah.
Something? I haven't seen it, but like that's.
But they all stopped becoming friends for their various own subplots, and that's how the subplots
Okay.
intertwine.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought a similar thing was going to happen here.
No. Yeah. That it did kind of seem like that, but they all pretty much remain friends throughout.
Except for the main character.
There's some like very minor tension.
Yeah, so
Except for the little, like one of the little girls who's like the junior members who don't have any subplots. One, they just say like really harsh things to her.
oh yeah.
Like so,
I mean,
there's the scene where they
Preface this properly.
Yeah.
To understand this.
so she comes in late for a meeting and she's like, "Are we gonna start the meeting?" And they're all like, "We've already started."
Oh,
So
yeah.
then they all come up with excuses why they have to leave early, and then. The girl who they've already established is trying to write a book.
The
It's
nerdy girl, basically.
Yeah, is just like, I have to write my novel.
I'm gonna go write my novel.
This is like dead silence. She says that. Dead silence.
Because it's just her and the main character in the room now.
Yeah. She's like, I'm not talking to you, I have to write my novel.
Go write my novel. And there was this, every time there was any tense scene in this movie, there was a couple. We just imagined the
Yeah.
camera panning slightly and the ginger girl would be there and just be like, I have to go write my novel. She says it in the worst goddamn voice ever.
Oh, it's so weird.
And then again, another tense scene where, so basically the secret of her father being back, which she's not allowed to tell any of her friends, but she's told one of them, the girl, she's all that girl.
yeah.
They start talking about it and how she's feeling about it and blah blah blah. Very overtly, very much in public, while the other five can see them whispering to each other.
Yeah. So they all come
It's-
over to
It's
ask
established.
why.
It's established beforehand. This is a group of friends who tell each other everything.
Mm.
So they're all like, "Why aren't you telling us shit?" And then like, no, okay. So how it goes down is each one of them says a line. The last person to say a line is "You owe us, girl," because so it's like, "You've been so different lately. We're just worried about us. Why aren't you telling us?" And it's like, "You're not the Kirsty I used to know." And then the young junior girl just goes, "Yeah, you owe us," and she looks so angry. And at that point, I just think someone's gonna flip out a knife.
This has escalated seriously.
Yeah. She could have easily pulled out a butterfly knife and start doing tricks because it's like, my character hasn't been established. I can do this.
I haven't had any lines up until now.
Who says I'm not a master of butterfly knives? Yeah, because how they introduce her is just like, and this is whatever her name is, UO's girl,
Yeah,
whose mantra is, why walk places when you can dance? And it shows a shot of her dancing at a school,
Yeah.
right? Because I don't know, it's so ridiculous.
That's never mentioned
And then
again.
she never dances again.
Not once in the movie does she
Except-
dance.
okay,
Except
hang
during
on.
the rap.
Hang
She
on.
dances in the rap.
Racial stereotypes coming in now hardcore.
Go.
Okay, so majority of the Babysitters Club are white.
Yeah.
5 out of the 7
Yeah.
are Caucasians. Now, the Asian girl's basic plot is her parents want her to get high grades. Are forcing her to get high grades.
She just wants to do art.
She just wants to do art. She's good at art. which might considerably also be
Yeah,
another Asian
yeah.
stereotype.
Well, I wouldn't say
Have
that.
you been on DeviantArt?
Yeah, but that's not a 90s stereotype for people.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a stereotype for like
The-
the internet.
The second generation Asian parents forcing you to get good grades in the States is very much.
That's very true. Yeah.
And then the whole dancing. Okay, and then the other junior girl, the UOS girl, is African American, black, whatever. The whole her dancing out of school kind of thing is also a bit. Oh, she's more communal with nature, kind of exoticism, patronization, blah blah blah. But more importantly,
She's from the savannah.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting at clearly.
But more importantly, she's front and center during the rap bit, even though she is in no way instrumental to it.
Yeah, no.
And in no way like the dominant voice in that, because they're all singing the rap at once. Which is anyone who knows, rap does not really work when you have 6 people saying all these very like rhythmic lyrics at once.
No, it's not really.
Usually in rap you have one guy and a hype
It's
man.
not really a choir kind of bit.
Yeah.
Not for the verses anyway.
You have one guy doing the rap and a hype man, which is the guy in the background who repeats like the rhyming words.
So it's just like, yeah!
Yeah! Preach it!
But on top of this,
What?
with the like ridiculous number of subplots,
Yeah.
they continuously introduce new characters.
So
every
many goddamn
Every
characters.
5 minutes, they're just like, oh, and this person. And there's one bit where like the narrator, Chrissy, that girl, is that
Yeah,
her name?
Christy.
Christy. Oh
You
god.
just keep saying Chrissy, I don't know where you're getting it from.
So the narrator girl, Chrissy, is just like every once in a while there's just someone on screen who you haven't seen before, and she will just chime in and introduce who they are by name, like by full name often.
Yeah.
She's like, this is this person. And you're like, I'm that. Are they. Who is. What?
This is Mallory Pike of the Pike household, third heir to the... Whoa, hang on.
Stop it. I imagine they're all characters from the book, that they were just like, oh yeah, cameo for somebody who loves the book.
I actually...
What?
I haven't seen this. There's no... I was kind of hoping there would be something like this on the Wikipedia page, which was like in reference to the novels.
Yeah.
Because I really thought the novels would be like...
No.
Yeah, it's a... Okay, the novels thing is huge from like... Yeah, it's from like the 80s.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, I remember these book covers. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Those are always in my school library.
Yeah.
Like primary school library, not like secondary school. And then I think it was also a TV show. Yes, it was. With a completely different cast.
That's probably wise.
You should watch that.
But
1992. Hang on, it's still going. It's possibly on hiatus.
Oh, final episode 92.
Oh, hang on. 12 Facts with the Babysitters Club that will blow your mind. Oh,
BuzzFeed, what are you doing?
What is-
No, we're not. No, stop
okay.
it. Shut it down.
have you seen Clickhole?
Oh, it's so good.
Clickhole is so good.
Onion strikes again.
Oh,
Another
well done,
gold
Onion.
mine. Yeah, it's
Um,
very good. How many of these Friends episodes have you seen?
Which hungry hippo are you?
These are all questions I want answers to.
Um,
Oh man.
But-
I'm from writing a novel.
the
That was.
important thing is you say that really nasally. But yeah, that was kind of... I think that's all I really need to say, other than like the weird music in this film.
Yeah, so that like all of the filler music, like the instrumental bits between scenes or in the background of certain things, Kieran very well pointed out while we were watching it that they all sound a bit like a popular song from the 80s. You're not
Yeah.
quite sure what it is at the time. Then we, like about halfway through the movie, we'd start figuring them out.
Yeah, Walking
There
on Sunshine.
There was a
another
Walking
one.
on Sunshine one, which was just like, it was blatantly obvious.
There was a couple of Paul Simon ones. I can't remember the...
It's because of all the world music.
Yeah, a lot of world music because there's an African girl in the plot.
No, it was because it was the 90s and the people who
No, that's the 80s.
No, I know, but the people who wrote the movie were just like people who were in the industry.
They
the
were in a
80s.
coma for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
It was 1995. It had its own identity at this point.
No, it didn't.
Um,
Yeah, there's that. That's very noticeable, I
yeah.
think.
Then there was the theme song, which you've probably heard because we probably put it in.
Probably, we definitely put it in.
We have to find a good
Na
quality.
na 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 eh.
Na 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 ho.
No way.
I have to
You owe us, Christy.
You owe us, bitch. No.
There are a lot of great lines in the movie that would work well in the song. Like,
How do I make this? Let me make this. Can I make that theme? Just put the-
yes.
Yeah.
I don't have to eat. I could leave.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I don't have to leave. I can even leave. I don't even have to eat. I can even leave.
Yeah, which is a good line.
Oh my
I've
god.
dropped my novel. The thing of the way they resolve the storyline of the Swiss guy and the underage girl
Yes.
is basically like
I'll be back
so
next
he
summer.
no
Okay, yeah, go
so
on.
he finds out she's 13 and is just like I can't believe this is
Oh, hang on.
ridiculous.
They find it out because he takes her on a day trip to New York
Yeah,
where
they go to a 16s and over club, which I'm confused by,
yeah
and then she's like, I must have forgotten my ID, and he's like, no, your ID, I can see your ID in your open bag for some reason.
yeah
And it's just like, then the bouncer's just like, it says you're 13.
yeah and he freaks out.
Yeah, obviously he freaks out. He's 17. His girlfriend never told him her
Yeah,
actual
his summer
age.
fling, whatever.
Yeah. But the way they resolve that is, like, there's one shot of him looking depressed about it, and then the next shot he's in...
Well, the cab ride.
Yeah. No. Like, I mean, after they resolve that,
Oh,
he's all
yeah,
freaked
yeah.
out. There's one shot of him playing harmonica for some reason.
Well, the Swiss Blues.
Yeah, Swiss Blues.
Ich bin sad, just sweet depressed. Romance. Whatever.
Quanta Costa, my heart. See, Swiss people are multilingual sometimes.
Yes, they are.
Swiss Blues.
The Swiss
But no,
Blues.
the scene where they resolve it is they're talking and he's like, I just found out I'm gonna be back next summer, and she's like, I'll be 14 by then, and he's just like, I know.
That's so creepy.
Because their age difference would have changed. He will now be 18.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that will have that. Depending on what state they're in, that's crossing from an inappropriate relationship to
That's-
an offense.
That's still, you're going into college while she's still not a senior in secondary school. Like
She's not in high school.
she's not in high school. Oh, middle school.
She'd be in middle
Middle
school.
school,
still,
yeah,
I think.
the
I don't know.
American
I forget. But yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. So that's how that works.
Yep.
Oh, that was creepy.
So there's that. But that's a great line as well.
Also-
I'll be 14 then.
Yeah.
I know.
I know. But going back to the music, the theme of this movie, whenever they don't have rip-off 80s music, they just put in that theme.
Yeah, so every once in a while there's just like some people had a conversation and it moves to the next scene and you just hear na 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 eh. Bass solo.
Yeah, the bass in that's insane.
So good.
And then there's the extended version of the credits where there's like this whole conversation. It's like, what do you want to get for lunch? It's like, yeah,
I don't know.
I
I don't know either.
I don't know.
You guys don't know anything.
You're useless. I was like, whoa.
There's also like the random deep bit where it's just na 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 eh.
Oh yeah, where they get like the African baritones in
Yeah.
there. It's just like, oh. You're definitely now world music.
Notable things with the Babysitter's Club.
Go for it.
There was one bit in the movie where this is the weird thing when I was watching it together. You were just like, that milk doesn't look like real milk. And then I was like, yeah, it's clearly prop milk. It's probably just like colored water or something. It's like, wait, that's what? Why would they do that? It's like milk doesn't look like real milk on camera. It's all cats taped together.
It's just cats.
Why are you painting those horses? Cows don't look like real cows on camera. You have to paint horses.
What if you want something that looks like a horse?
Oh, you just tape a bunch of cats together.
This is the first time we've watched our podcast material together.
Yeah,
Because we had some time, so we're just like, let's watch it before we record.
yeah. We had some time. Dear God.
This movie was just ridiculous.
It was ridiculous in so many ways.
You have any points?
Yeah, the way they introduce the evil girls, they're like they meet them at like a horse riding center,
So evil.
and they're wearing like Victorian dress horse riding wear.
Yeah.
like military dress uniform is effectively what they're wearing.
And it's such a two-dimensional character as well because there's nothing redeemable about
No.
Cookie. She's just like, it's like I think the other like the crony or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just like I think the Babysitter's Club is cool. I was like, shut up! You don't know anything. You're hanging with me this summer. You got an education. It's like,
We're cool. Don't forget that.
don't forget that. It's like there's nothing redeemable about this, and it's like I hate kids. I hate animals. It's like everything about it was just awful.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just-
pretty much it.
That was that movie.
It's notable, sure.
I love how we're able to find like the somewhat metaphorical and like imagery found in things like Mummies Alive, but this we're just
No,
like
so the Babysitters Club is a metaphor for it's an homage to corporate culture in America,
oh, okay,
because basically like Christy,
yes,
close enough to her
no,
name, I'm
no,
sure.
you got it right.
No, it's okay.
Okay, go for
So
it.
she's like trying to put family first, etc.
Yeah.
And they're just like, eat into our profits, Christy. You have to be removed.
Yeah. That is one way of looking at this.
That's what the girl with the deep voice said.
Go with it.
You better get out, Christy.
So we were thinking of starting our own abridged series.
Yeah, a bridge series where anytime the nerdy girl is on camera, you just hear, I wanna write my novel.
No, not even that. D voice. I'm going to go write my novel now, guys. Ladies, calm yourselves. But I'm going to go write my novel.
I think like the needlessly attractive underage girl who is like clearly not 13.
No.
She could give her a deep voice as well. Be like, I don't remember the name of the Swiss guy, Christian or something.
No, that's the guy from
yeah, Christian.
playing a part.
Oh god.
They're the same character, we should say.
They're exactly the same
Except,
characters.
like,
This
Christian
guy is smarter than Christian.
Yeah, Christian in USA High, like his whole entire role in that show is remembering he has an accent. This guy just fucking drops out of the
Yeah.
accent several times.
Yeah.
Not to mention the Christian, like the actor who plays Christian in USA High is actually German,
Yeah.
so that helped.
Which would help. Wasn't he Swiss or something? No, he was. It was.
No, he was German, but like they definitely told him to like German it up a bit.
He was Austrian. That was it.
Austrian, yes.
Yeah.
German speaking.
Yeah, German speaking.
Which is a lot closer than a lot of like other American things have done. Example, this, where this guy is in no way Swiss.
Ich bin emotional. Ba-da-da-da-da. Oh, it's just that weird scene where he's just sitting there
On the
playing-
porch of this
on
girl's
the
house.
porch of the girl's house, playing harmonica to like woo her or something. I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Playing the old Swiss blues.
Like this movie was under 90 minutes,
Yeah,
and they covered a lot of stuff.
it's actually such dense writing.
Such dense writing.
Anyway,
I want to stop talking about the Babysitters Club.
that's fair. So what do you think of this movie nowadays?
It's not that I don't think it held up, right? It definitely held up. However,
It wasn't good to begin
yeah,
with.
it was never a good movie. I'm just putting that out there now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be with you on that one. This definitely reminds me of like Matilda, but bad.
Yeah.
Matilda, but bad.
It ages like Matilda.
Yeah,
But you know the way Matilda was good, and this was not good.
yeah.
It's like that.
There's actually like I want to put this in the category of oddly conscious, girl-orientated films in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because in the 90s there was this kind of idea that like, I guess it was, maybe you could call it feminism, maybe you could call it faux feminism, but it was like, compare that to My Little Pony, Friendship is Magical, ignoring all the fact that it has a huge male following as well. That show is pink as shit.
Yeah.
In the 90s they avoided very overt visual stereotypes
Yeah.
with female media.
Except in like satirical stuff.
Yeah, except in satirical stuff, but
Like
like,
stuff that was like supposed to be funny and
but like things like Babysitter's Club,
yeah.
that was definitely geared towards girls. Matilda,
I don't know, Karen, we watched it.
we did. Matilda,
Though I'd never seen it before.
Matilda was necessary for girls, but I think it played better. Like, there's other examples of this. But there's like this, I think in the 90s there were just like no visual stereotypes, just have a female only cast.
Mm.
I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting, but still not terribly good.
Yeah.
But it's also
It's not terrible, but it's
No.
not good.
No.
It's got so many problems.
I
see why it didn't make money.
yeah, it did not make money. But like, it's interesting though how we've reverted back to
Yeah.
80s and pre-80s of just like girl shows are pink.
Girl shows are pink and about princesses.
All right, so that's the end of this section.
Yeah.
I'm fine. So I'm gonna end it.
Hello, and welcome back to Face Touch,
No!
the podcast about touching faces.
No! No! You remembered! Why?
Face Touch.
No face touch. Stop it. I have to record this.
Good radio.
Good radio. We're trying to touch our face. No! Stop it!
I won.
No,
I
you
won the
didn't.
Face Touch game.
Ugh.
This
Okay.
is the part of the show where we discuss
I'm
other
sweating now.
other names for the show, other ideas for the show, but also we pose questions to each other.
Yes.
And this week it is my question week. I have a Babysitters Club related question for you.
Excellent.
If you were to assemble your own Babysitters Club of fictional characters, but you have to fulfill the same role of a small town babysitting organization,
Right.
who would you pick?
Who do
you
I-
have to pick 6 other people to include with yourself.
Shit. It's just like the movie!
Just like the movie! And like, if you like, they can fulfill the same roles. So actually, no, I'd like scratch that. Not even fictional characters, just like 6 other fictional or non-fictional people. So like for the
Historical characters, like,
or you can pick historical people if you want.
or politicians.
Yeah, or politicians, real people. You can just pick anyone.
Okay, Jesus. You. Aw.
Aw.
Because we're best friends. No, actually.
Friends, always will be friends.
Once we get to our anniversary show where we discuss Save Us
The
All.
anniversary show.
The much alluded to anniversary show.
We've alluded to it once. Now it's much alluded to.
Much alluded to. We haven't said the parameters too much alluded.
Quahoon.
Quahoon! Moving on. Jack Tenerac be good.
I think he'd be very responsible.
With children. I feel like there was definitely like...
Jack would get exasperated by kids.
Yeah, there was definitely an episode in the works of Dinosaurs and Cadillacs where he had to like take care of a child and he was like, I can't do this, but actually he ended up being quite good at it.
I can't do this. I'm a man.
Oh, the 90s.
That's a Jack Tenerac for you.
Who would be good at
The
taking...
environment is my child.
The Machinata V2.
The Maganati Vitae.
Whatever that is. Who would I actually... Okay. I'm gonna go with Brock from Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's my first one. Because
Okay.
he raised, like, his gajillion siblings.
He did.
Yeah.
That was his thing.
Because
he made
that-
lots of rice.
He did, and he was, like, Pokemon's commentary about how, like, people from the countryside in Japan just have fuckloads of children and just can't control their loins. He was also
Yes.
tanned.
He was tanned.
That's definitely my first choice. He seems like a good, responsible choice.
He does.
Five others.
I-
Kirsten Dunst's character from Small Soldiers.
Okay, yeah, she definitely babysitted people.
Yeah, she definitely looks like the girl next door kind of good babysitting kind of character.
But she's into, like, rock.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be cool with it as a parent.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of someone for the Tick. Remember the Tick?
That's obscure.
No, it's not. The Tick was the best.
Okay, well, it's obscure for this purpose.
I'm not gonna I don't know who else to pick here. I've got 4 others.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking of?
So, I haven't really thought about this. I'm just gonna throw some names out there.
Oh, hang on, shut up. Lisa Turtle. So with she'd be good. She'd be good. With,
she can fulfill the role of the girl who spends too much money.
yeah.
That's good.
I also feel like Screech would be good with kids. In the same way that Dweeb
yeah, but
was.
like Dustin Diamond.
Not Dustin Diamond.
You want him near kids.
Screech is very different from Dustin Diamond.
Him and his racist remarks.
Dustin Diamond and Screech are two completely different people.
Jerry Seinfeld. Not real life Jerry Seinfeld. He seems like a fine person.
He probably
The show Jerry Seinfeld.
actual Jerry Seinfeld and his many kids were he's probably fine
I'm
at raising
sure,
kids.
I'm sure he's fine. No, Jerry Seinfeld from the show, where he just like doesn't give a shit about anyone. But then he's in a situation where his only source of income is being a babysitter. So he has to do it. And then his comedy show is just like, what's the deal with 3-year-olds? Brum, ba-dum, ba-brum, brum, brum.
But like, so I've got 3 at the moment. I've got Brock. I've got
Lisa Turtle.
Lisa Turtle. What was my other one? I've already forgotten.
No, I don't know.
Jesus fucking Christ! I'm so good at this. Oh yeah, Kirsten Dunst for Saw Soldiers. 3 more.
John from Watchmen.
Hang on. What about like?
That's my second one. Jerry Seinfeld and John from Watchmen.
Can I pick the dweeb from this movie?
You can, yeah.
He's like he'd be great with kids.
Okay.
Um.
Well, he is. He's good in the movie.
Yeah.
Nameless Dweeb. I can't remember. He's Nameless Dweeb.
Name is Dweeb.
Okay.
I'm sure he has a real name. Not the mean girl though. She's terrible with kids.
She is.
It's 2 more. I'm thinking.
Thinking.
Coco
Bandicoot. She did a good job of keeping track of Crash, which is no mean feat.
That isn't, yeah, especially it's his older brother. Her.
Either Coco or one of the masks. The evil mask. Aku.
Uka.
Aku was the good mask.
Yeah, Aka. Yeah.
Or Neocortex.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
like,
just really depressed all the
I
time.
imagine Coco's good with kids, considering she raised her older brother, who seems to be very simple. Like, she's able to talk and make full sentences, where he's just like, whoa!
Yeah. And he's really good at didgeridoo.
No, someone in Crash Bandicoot's really good at didgeridoo while Crash is just running around.
No, but like one of his deaf things is Ghost
Oh,
Crash Bandicoot.
yeah, Crash Bandicoot, yeah, in 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 3 of mine.
Alright.
Jerry Seinfeld, John from Watchmen, and Coco Bandicoot.
Hang on. Starscream. No explanation. Starscream. You know why. Everyone knows why.
If any of the kids need some tunes, just... Do you want tunes, children?
No, it would totally get him started in a leadership role, so he can get over his bitchiness with Megatron.
Oh, I love his bitchy Megatron.
Prime. And then like he'd come into his own, and then he started his own Decepticons.
Cool. Okay.
And this is my plan to balkanize the Decepticon force, so they don't have a united front anymore against the Autobots.
Oh, that's very clever. Use your babysitting business to take them down.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
It is such an unusual tactic.
Very noble. Never see that coming.
And my last one, Data.
Data. He's very good with his cat.
He's very good with his cat. I feel like he can upgrade to child now.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Though, no, when he had a kid in that one episode, his kid died because she wasn't built correctly.
Well, he's not in charge of the building of children. No one in the Babysitters Club is.
Data died.
No. Spoilers.
Of the movie that came out in 2003.
Yeah. Stop it.
I assumed you'd seen that, I'm sorry.
No, I haven't. And don't tell Sienna, she'll fucking cry.
Okay. It's really not like a good plot point.
No, I'm sure it isn't.
That movie had a lot of problems.
But anyway,
Okay.
2003 movie starring Brett Spinner. I'm sure it wasn't great.
Hey, Brett Spinner's the best.
Brett Spinner is the best in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
So who else do you... that's my 6. So Brock, Kirsten Dunst from Small Soldiers, Starscream,
Okay.
Lisa Turtle,
Yeah.
the other 2, Data, and Oh no, I had another one. What was my other one? Damn it! So hard. There's too many characters. I'm having the same problem with the film. Like,
Oh, Wedge Achilles is one of mine. Wedge Achilles, the other pilot from Star Wars. Because he's
Wedge?
he's very reliable.
Oh yeah.
He's in all 3 of the original movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Good actor.
He's there for the reliability. Him, Jerry Seinfeld, John from Watchmen. Who's my other one?
Starscream.
No, that was one of yours.
Yes, it was. Shit.
This is hard.
It is hard to remember the ones you said.
They're also it's gold.
They're all just overshadowing each other.
I think I had one more. I'm gonna pick. Oh, it's gone.
Worf.
Worf, no. Worf would crush the child accidentally. If he had Baby Alexander would be dead.
I want a sandwich. You must earn a sandwich. In combat.
In combat, take up your battleth.
It must be an extension of your arm.
Turn the sandwich.
During the
I think like Robert Icahn, the billionaire investor. I feel he's the upfront capital and he makes some smart business decisions.
He would. He could be the treasurer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can be the Babysitter Club treasurer.
Yeah.
And like if he tries to fuck with me, I'll just be like, "Hey John, give him cancer." Cool.
You definitely have to suck up to John then to make sure he stays on your side.
I know, like I'm the leader of the Babysitters Club.
Yeah, like you see, I'm the leader as well, but definitely
It's not a
Starscream.
democracy.
Starscream would definitely like project his issues with Megatron onto me and
Oh,
try
man,
to
that
take
would be the
Babysitter's
worst.
Club.
Jerry Seinfeld would just talk about how his career isn't doing well.
Yeah.
Because that was what like the later seasons of Seinfeld were about. Jerry being like, "My career isn't going very well. I haven't done very many gigs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write my novel." I'm done. I think that was solid.